What's going on, guys? John with the ProCut, and today we're going to service the 37 horsepower Briggs and Stratton Vanguard on our Wright Stander ZK. So I've ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon. First thing we got is our filters. Okay, we've got a new fuel filter, air filter, and our pre-air filter. 2 spark plugs, our oil filter, and in this last box, 3 quarts of oil and some Power Performance 3-in-1 fuel additive. Now I'm using actual Vanguard branded oil designed for this engine. It is a 15 weight -50 synthetic oil. I've got a funnel, I've got my oil drain pan, I've got a toolkit, I've got paper towels, rubber gloves. Let's get into it and see what's first. All the parts I'm using will have links in the description so you can get them for your machine. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your back tires up on some block and then use a jack to get the front end up even, or you can put the front end on the same amount of blocks you have on the back end, either way. And then you're going to put your oil pan underneath of there, and then on your drain plug right here, you're going to turn that counterclockwise to open up that valve and drain out your oil. Now this is after I've run my engine for a while to warm it up so that oil gets nice and thin. And that oil valve is a 10mm, and you're going to want a universal joint so you can get in there and get on it. And then go ahead and open that valve all the way up, and you can see the oil flowing out of there, and just let her drain. And to aid in draining, you can go ahead and pull up your dipstick and take off your filler cap as well, and that'll let things drain through really nice. And you can see that oil is pretty dirty, but it's not terrible. You definitely want to stay on top of your maintenance. While your oil is draining, you can go ahead and swap out your fuel filter. Now you want to pay attention. You see there's an arrow on that filter and there's an arrow on the new filter, so you want to make sure you have those arrows facing the same direction when you put the new one on. And you'll need a pair of pliers to loosen up the little clamps to take the hose off. Now a little bit of gas will spill out, and I should have put rubber gloves on. My hands are going to smell like gas for a while, but it is what it is. And then once you get your new filter on, just go ahead and slide your clamps back up to where they need to be to lock that hose onto the barb. And for your air filter, you just undo the 2 spring steel clamps and slide the end off. Your pre-filter slides off. You can see that's pretty dirty, and I usually keep this knocked out on a regular basis, but go ahead and toss that. And then your inner filter, that stays relatively clean. Toss that, and then get your new filters, inspect the inside, looks good. Put your new filter in, and it just pressure fits into there. And then put the pre-filter on, and again it just presses into there. And then with those on, you can put your cap back on, and you want this facing up and down. It's labeled top, and then clip it back into place. And that's all you need to do for your air filters. Now the oil should be done draining. Yep, looks pretty good. So we can go ahead and tighten that valve back up on the oil, and then we'll go ahead and change the filter. Now to change out your oil filter, you'll need some kind of oil filter wrench. I just got a vice grip oil filter wrench. Go ahead and get on that and spin it off. Once you get it loose, you can finish spinning it off by hand. It is going to drop oil because it's a damn horizontal mount, which is a dumbass idea, but hey, thank an engineer for that. Now your new filter, you want to take and rub a little oil around the O-ring, as well as go ahead and pre-fill it at least halfway. What wiping that oil around that O-ring is going to do is help prevent it from sticking on there when you go to take it off the next time. And then with your oil filter, you want to get it hand tight, and then get your wrench and take it another 1/4 turn past hand tight. And this engine is going to be somewhere in the vicinity of 2.5 quarts of oil for the capacity. So you're just going to want to fill it till it's full on the dipstick, and then put your cap on. So after you get your oil filled and you check it on your dipstick, you can go ahead and start your motor up, pull it down off of the ramps and everything, And then what you want to do is recheck your oil, because now it's circulated throughout the engine after you run it, and it's filled up that oil filter, and you're probably going to notice it's down a little bit. So you're just going to want to go ahead and top it off with some more oil, because you want it to be right at the right level. And then from there, the last thing we have left to do is swap out the spark plugs. So you're going to pull off your spark plug boot, which is right there. And the second one is right here. It's a 5/8 spark plug wrench on the spark plugs, guys. Take out the old spark plugs, put in the new ones. And the last tip I'm going to give you with the spark plugs, just like the oil filter, you're going to put them in hand snug and then go about another quarter turn with your ratchet. And then you'll be good to go. After that, I'm going to take this thing up top and I'm going to give it a little bit of a bath, and we'll be all right. Thanks for watching. Again, everything that I've put on this mower, I've got links in the description, and I hope this helps you do your own maintenance on your machine, because sometimes the shops are too busy and they can't get to you, and you don't want to go too far over your hours when you're supposed to change your oil. Otherwise, you can wind up with catastrophic failure. I've sent rods through the side of blocks of 25 horse Kawasaki's, and I really don't want to do that to this 37 horse Briggs, because I can't imagine it's a cheap replacement. Have a good day. God bless you guys. And here's your disclaimer. I am not a certified mechanic. I am just a jack of all trades, and I'm pretty competent, but I may be doing something wrong, and I'm not responsible for anything that happens to your equipment, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.